And hello there! Let's keep your week rolling just right, with the right mix of news and conversations. Now, whether you're catching us online, on TV, or on the radio, hop on, join the chat. I'm Paolo del Rosario.
Hello there, beautiful people. I'm Asis-Carilo. We are simulcast on Mellow 94.7 BFM. Here's your daily dose of deep dives and good vibes. Welcome to Beautiful Day.
And once again,
Let me just check our window. Okay, it's rainy.
It's rainy. Of course, we all are hoping that all of our kababayans over in the Visayas region will be okay. That is quite a big storm happening with Tino now wreaking havoc down south from us here in Metro Manila. So hopefully everyone out there is going to be doing okay, and you're taking all the necessary precautions to be able to ensure your own safety. Of course, we're going to have our weather report later on. And of course, if you are there and stuck at home, hopefully you enjoy the show because we got a jam-packed one here for you.
Yes, that's right. For today's Hangout, we will be joined by Filipino parody king Mikey Bustos as he pivots to music. I don't think a lot of people know that Mikey Bustos is a singer. So we all know that, you know, he's a funny guy and he's an ant keeper. Also, another trivia about him, if you don't follow his animal YouTube page.
Yeah.
So there are so many things to learn about Mikey Bustos, and we will be talking to him later during the Hangout. And I asked him this morning in the makeup room, sabi ko, are you gonna sing? And then he said, wala raw siyang song prepared. But if probably we told him earlier, then he would have been willing to perform.
Perhaps, but
so that would have been so nice to watch.
Yeah, but even so, there's so much to talk about with Mikey. Again, I did not even know that I have been following his ant page for a while. As in, like, seryoso.
Hindi mo alam na siya yun.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah,
It's the biggest page about ants in the world, I think. So anyway, we're gonna talk about that later on. But of course, Coach V is coming back, and we're gonna answer rather the questions from netizens about love yet again, and what has become a very popular segment here. So send in your questions, and they can do that via our social media pages, and they can also watch us there because we are live.
Yes, YouTube and Facebook, guys. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. The comment sections are wide open, and I always check those. If you feel like sending questions for Coach V later, because it's the Q&A edition of the segment later on, feel free to send that as early as now, and let us know where you guys are watching us from. We'd love to hear from you. We'll send you shout outs later after Master Hans's horoscope segment. And we are also simulcast on Mellow 94.7 BFM, and we are also on their Facebook page. So a lot of ways to get in touch with us today. Feel free to send us those messages as early as now.
Cannot wait for all of that. And of course, the spicier the questions, the better. And remember, we are still accepting live studio guests for our...
And snail mail.
And snail mails. Guys, snail mail. If you can just send us a postcard, dan lang kayo. We will read it live on air. We would love that, and we have yet to receive one. So hopefully that changes in the next few days. But of course, as you mentioned, we're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. The links are down below if you're watching us on TV. If you're on the radio, it's facebook.com/947mellow and facebook.com/BNCPHL. So hopefully we can see you there as well. So let's get the show on the road, and we got a lot to talk about. And grabbing weather report ko mamaya. I don't know. Those in radio can see it.
But
I am holding, I think, 8 pages.
We need those updates. We need those updates. But first, we always start with a traffic check. Let's go check the situation in major roads at this hour. First up, we are taking a look at EDSA White Plains. On the left side of your screens, you're seeing vehicles heading to Shaw Boulevard. Moderate traffic already building up. Actually, moderate to heavy traffic already building up on that stretch. Opposite lane, right side of your screens are vehicles heading to Cubao. Light traffic on that area. Now, this time, we are taking a look at EDSA Quezon Avenue flyover. Left side of your screens, you're seeing vehicles heading to Quiapo. Moderate to heavy traffic on that stretch. Opposite lane, the right side of your screens, you're seeing vehicles heading to Quezon Memorial Circle. Moderate traffic on that area. Now, heads up to motorists. The expanded vehicle number coding scheme is in full swing, guys. It's a Tuesday, so vehicles with license plates ending in 3 and 4 should be off the road right about now until 10 a.m. and again from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we got some bad news for motorists as oil companies impose another big fuel price hike this week. Oil firms have announced they will be raising the price of gasoline by 1 peso and 70 centavos per liter, diesel by 2 pesos and 70 centavos per liter, and kerosene by 2 pesos and 10 centavos per liter. Industry sources say the price hike is due to new sanctions against key Russian oil producers that have introduced significant compliance risks and uncertainty into the market. Now on to our headlines. NDRRMC and PNP are on a red alert status due to Typhoon Tino. Police have been deployed to areas anticipated to be hit by the typhoon. This comes while more personnel are still deployed in transport terminals, cemeteries, churches, and streets for All Souls Day. Authorities remind the public to prioritize their own safety and call the Unified 911 hotline or the temporary NDRRMC hotlines for help.
Moving on, economic growth in the third quarter of 2025 has slowed down, according to analysts. Experts say this is largely due to the investigations into the flood control scandal, which is making investors pull out due to fears of further delays on projects. According to the Department of Finance, the delays have resulted in the government underspending 141 billion pesos, resulting in less critical infrastructure such as roads and bridges, which then slows down work and the economy. Again, so we're taking a look at the economic impact here and of the flood control project investigation. So when we look at this, when we look at the effects, we've seen in the stock market, we've seen it in many different facets of trust, public trust in the process as well. Again, this is almost inevitable that we are going to have reactions like this from the economy, from the processes that we're seeing, even the DPWH projects in general, that things are going to be put on hold, and we're going to see if the investor trust does come back eventually.
But funnily enough, this comes after President Bongbong Marcos Jr. gave an assurance during his APEC visit that international investors, are still confident in the Philippine economy. In fact, I remember doing this news article just Sunday during Agenda Weekend that he said the trust in the Philippine economy has been restored.
Well, we're going to see if that bounce back, that trust features at the end of Q4. But at the moment, I think anyone investing in stocks in particular is looking at it warily because it is down by quite a bit, especially when you take a look at it from a year-on-year basis. So we got to move on from that.
Now, the Makabayan Bloc is asking Congress to investigate the alleged overpricing and corruption of the farm-to-market road network. ACT Teachers Party List Representative Antonio Tino said on BNC's agenda that the proposed budget of 16 million pesos per kilometer is likely overpriced, according to Agriculture Secretary Laurel himself.
Overpricing, yun yung pinaka-common na forma ng corruption sa mga infrastructure projects. Kaya nga may proposal ngayon na in fact bawasan by at least 25% yung infrastructure budget na nasa DPWH.
Representative Tino adds that the method here is very similar to the current flood control scandal.
Ang modus nito would be parang sa flood control corruption, meaning to say, merong proponent, so it's a legislator, pwedeng senator, pwedeng congressman, tapos may favored contractor, tapos yung favored contractor na yon na tiyak na mananalo sa bidding, magbibigay ng kickback.
So we're seeing the same modus here. The proponent of the project choosing their own particular favorite contractors and then getting a kickback. So parang it's the same story as what we see in the flood control scam.
Yeah, and we are hoping constantly that this same story, like you mentioned, will not be repeated in the future. And we are highlighting all of this now because of the fact that it was so blatant and brazen, especially with the flood control projects. And if there are going to be the same methodology, the same methods being used in different departments, hopefully we are able to clamp down on that as well, and hopefully use this as a model of how to do things better. Kasi grabe talaga yung gastos and grabe yung pera na nasasayang here in this case per kilometer
yeah,
for the farm to market roads.
Talagang in-overprice, so malaki yung nakukuha ng whoever gets the kickback. And it's good that actions are now being done to make sure that the 2026 budget is going to be a clean one compared to the 2025 budget, kasi dito naman talaga nagsisimula with all the money that's being, or the insertions, diba, na nilalagay sa budget. It all stems from that. So now that, you know, the president himself has assured na they are going to release a cleaner budget for 2026, here's hoping that medyo makukurb yung corruption. Sabi naman din ni PBBM that you cannot really get rid of corruption 100%, but at least now we are going to have stricter measures in the government.
Alam mo, it's so interesting kasi para sa akin, yung insertions, yung word na insertions, candidate yan for word of the year dito sa Pilipinas.
Oo nga
Insertions, flood control, ang madami,
That's
kurakot.
like the word of the year for 2025, insertion.
There has to be a word cloud here wherein we determine what word of the year is based on the news that we have been reading. But let's move on to a different sort of crime. This is a crime in disguise. A viral Halloween party goer who made a costume out of a PNP uniform has apologized. Daryl Isidro from Cavite violated Article 179 of the Revised Penal Code, punishable by up to 6 months in jail.
Hindi po ito kunwaring uniforme na ala costume lang na kamuka. Ito po talaga ay actual na uniforme ng pulis. Kung sisilipin po ninyo, pati nga ako yung tsapa ng pulis, ginupit pa doon eh. Yun po ang GOA-C uniform ng PNP na tinapyasan ng sleeves at ginawang costume, naging katatawanan po ang ating kapulisan.
The NAPOLCOM did not press charges after Isidro apologized, but it raised concerns on the accessibility of the service uniform.
Di ko po intensyon na mabastos ang uniforme ng mga kapulisan at ang ating opisina. Lubos po ang aking paggalang sa inyo at sa miyembro ng ating kapulisan. Hindi ko po inaakala na hahantong sa ganitong sitwasyon ang paggamit ko ng uniforme ng ating kapulisan bilang costume sa isang Halloween party at magiging isang usapin, muli po akong humihingi ng kapatawaran. Maging tanda na po ito sa mga katulad kong mamamayang Pilipino. Maraming salamat po at pasensya na po talaga. So, naisip ko lang po yung mga pulis, siya yung tagapagtanggol, mga superhero, mga superhero po. So, yung pong pumasok sa isip ko.
Alright, two things here I want to bring up. So there is the concept of stolen valor, which is when you wear a uniform of either military or the police, and you basically pretend, right? Again, this is supposedly lighthearted. We're seeing it. In fairness, he has the arms for it. Okay, we're not judging the arms. We're judging the fact of the use of the uniform, right?
Yes.
But to be fair to him, let's put it this way. there are no cops who look like that, who wear their uniform like that in the country.
Not ganyang sleeveless.
Oh yeah, for
right?
sure.
Yes,
Though,
yes. But you
they
know
should
what?
consider.
They should investigate on this kasi according to this guy, nabili niya yung uniform sa Raon.
Yeah.
So parang the uniform like this one,
Yung accessibility.
diba? Yung accessibility niya, hindi dapat meron lang certain stores na doon lang nabibili yung uniform talaga.
Actually,
yung actual uniform ng police at ng military.
Technically
diba?
speaking, dapat hindi siya nabibili.
Oo, dapat nga.
Dapat,
nabibili lang siya sa, I don't know, maybe like Krame or in police stations.
I mean, provided by the PNP and or maybe the AFP, depending on which government service.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah.
dapat may serial number
Pero
and assigned to
yun nga,
the
nabili
person.
daw niya sa Raon.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like it was not his intention at all to disrespect naman yung kapulisan. Parang feeling ko nga, he probably wanted to look like Cardo from Provinciano. Baka yun
I don't
yung
think Cardo looks like that. In fairness.
Hindi siya naka-sleeveless, pero ganyan din naman yung matipuno rin naman si Coco Martin.
Look,
But
alam ko naman na
I feel
Halloween
like he
is all
does
about...
not, he didn't want to
Of
disrespect
course,
naman talaga.
I don't think so either. To be fair, when it's Halloween, you're always a sexy blank, right? I was a sexy newscaster. Si Ron
But
Burgundy
next time, don't use the actual uniform na lang. Maybe just DIY, di ba?
No,
Something
to
that
be
looks
fair,
like,
parang
kasi,
DIY din niya yan eh.
you know, you see moms dressing up their little kids as policemen din naman pag Halloween, di ba? But these are just like DIY costumes, of course.
Well,
so,
we see-
pwedeng for adult, ganun na lang din gawin mo next time.
We see dogs in costume all the time also. Iba rin yun.
Na naka-police outfit, di ba?
Yes,
So,
but my point is I think you're right here in terms of the official uniforms because we're
Accessibility
having
niya
fun
dapat
now. We're
medyo
having fun now.
bantayan.
We're
Yeah.
having fun now talking about it in a Halloween context. But could you imagine those who are pretending to be cops kasi
Yes.
sobrang accessible
Exactly.
yung suot nila or yung uniform nila. So again, how you're going to curb that, we're going to see. Alam ko dapat ata may serial number siya eh. Kada uniform.
Plus,
and
he
assigned
should,
to a,
yeah,
assigned to a personnel.
when he said that nakuha niya sa Roon, they should inspect the place. Diba? Saan mo nabili yan? And
Yes,
then go there and check the stores there.
So again, we'll see how that develops. But at the moment, let's move on to sports because Filipino tennis ace Alex Ayala wraps up 2025 with a career-high world ranking of number 50 in the world after a historic campaign. The updated rankings were revealed on Monday. Ayala surpasses her previous high of 51 despite the round of 16 loss to Victoria Imboko in the Hong Kong Open last Thursday. This is the cherry on top of a landmark year for Ayala, who catapulted herself onto the world stage after a memorable run at the Miami Open. Ayala was world number 140 before her dramatic semifinal run, which saw her overcome Grand Slam winners Yelena Ostapenko, Madison Keys, and world number 2 Iga Swiatek last March. Since then, Ayala delivered the country's first ever US Open main draw win and captured her first ever WTA crown at the Guadalajara 125 Open. Ayala describes this season as a love letter to her family, friends, teams, and supporters, and of course, baby Alex. She adds, "This is just the beginning."
Okay, here we go with our first cup of tea this morning. Hollywood star Jennifer Aniston makes her romance with author Jim Curtis Instagram official. The actress hard-launched Curtis in a black and white photo. She wrote, "Happy birthday, my love." Aniston's ring sparked speculations that the two are already engaged. They first made headlines back in July when they were photographed on a yacht in Spain. Alam mo, naka-hard launch talaga eh pagka nakikita ka on a yacht.
On a yacht.
Yeah, parang si Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau.
I wish I had a
diba?
yacht.
Hugging each I wish you had a
No,
I
really.
wish I had a yacht.
Don't you want a
Okay.
yacht?
You want to hard lunch your
No, I just want a yacht.
your relationship on a yacht?
Naka-hard lunch na ako. Kulang na lang ng yacht. Okay.
Pwede rin kayo mag-picture on a,
On a yacht, fine.
on a yacht,
I will
diba?
relaunch it
Maybe
on a yacht.
you can just rent a yacht and then bring your girlfriend there and then mag-pictorial kayo. Pwede naman yun.
Ay, na-lunch na kami.
Tanungin natin kay Ferdy, baka meron siyang yacht.
Meron
Ferdy
yan.
Salvador.
Oo. Pero may helicopter na. I don't know. I don't
May
know what I
chopper
want
siya, baka
better.
meron din siyang yacht. But,
Grabe
you
yung
know
conversation
what?
na to, pang Bilyonaryo
Hold
News Channel
on.
talaga.
Kasi this guy she's with, Jim Curtis, is actually a hypnotist.
Ha?
So it makes you wonder, baka naman hinipnotize lang niya si
Baka hypnotic lang siya. Hypnotic lang siya.
Baka hinipnotize lang niya si Jennifer Aniston. But, well, I'm happy for them.
Yeah, and let's see if the ring means engagement. Kasi baka fitness tracker lang yan eh.
I'm trying to... I'm trying to think if there are fitness trackers that look like that. Pero super uso nga now yung ano.
Could you imagine a fitness ring, a fitness tracker pero diamond?
Na may malay mo.
Diba?
Na pang bilyonaryo na fitness tracker ring.
Hindi lang yan. It actually helps yung diamond. Can you imagine? Functional yung diamond.
Diba? Fitness tracker and engagement ring in
para
one.
Sustainable rin.
Sana all.
Okay, we're gonna move on here.
Okay, second cup of tea. Toho Studios have announced a new Godzilla film. The legendary Tokyo-based studio shared the title with a teaser trailer yesterday at this year's Godzilla Day event in Tokyo. Dubbed Godzilla -Zero, Oscar-winning director and VFX master Takashi Yamazaki will be returning to lead production. Yamazaki and Toho are reportedly aiming for a global release in late 2026. And building on the success of Godzilla -1, the film is being positioned not just as a sequel, but as a statement piece. So another
love it.
Godzilla film in the works.
I am so excited because I have to shout out all of the Gojira fans out there because they are insane in a good way. They are fanatical. I have a friend who literally took his wife to a random island in Japan because Godzilla was there. And iba yung level nila. Iba yung level nila when it comes to yung pagmamahal nila kay Godzilla.
Godzilla, yeah.
So, congratulations on this new movie for them because Godzilla -1 was great. I'm excited to see what Godzilla -0. What does that even mean? Di ba wala nangyari kapag -0?
Prequel. How Godzilla started. Origins of Godzilla.
Tatay ni Godzilla?
Yeah, maybe. Family tree. Godzilla's family tree. But you know what? The closest I've ever been to Godzilla was yung sa Tokyo, yung sa building. What's that called? Diba? And then Godzilla appears sa Tokyo.
What is that? Anyway.
Mikey, alam mo ba yun?
No, we're gonna find out
later.
later.
It's a tourist spot sa Tokyo and Godzilla appears dun sa top ng building. What? Oh my gosh! If you guys have been to Japan, to Tokyo, to that tourist spot that I'm talking about, can you type it on our, kung anong tawag doon? Basta.
Ako personally, if I go to Japan again, I want to
Binubulong
go
na sa
and
akin
see...
ni Direk, I think, or ni...
Yeah.
Shinjuku!
There
you go,
okay.
Shinjuku.
I want to see the moving Gundam though.
Ay, wala na yun.
Wala na ba?
Oo. When we went there, the last time we went there, yun na yung last month of being displayed.
Okay,
Tapos tinanggal
I
na
am
siya.
disappointed,
Sorry.
but I'm happy because up next we have a great guest. We catch up with Filipino-Canadian artist Mikey Bustos, who's off to a new adventure after years in parody music and content creation. Don't miss it. Beautiful day. We'll be right back. And welcome back. You're still watching Beautiful Day. Our next guest has made the world laugh, sing, and celebrate Filipino pride. From his viral YouTube parodies to his unexpected love for ants, he does it all from A to Z. He first captured hearts in Canadian Idol back in 2003 and never looked back. And now he's picking up where he left off in the music scene. Let's catch up with Mikey Bustos in The Hangout. And Mikey, welcome to the show. I hope you're having a beautiful day.
Thank you. It's a beautiful day now that I'm here. Thanks for having me.
Fantastic. First of all, thank you so much for being here. You are one of the OGs in the YouTube scene, at least for me, here in the Philippines. But let's go back to where it all began because Canadian Idol was a lifetime ago. It literally is legal to drive. How many years ago it was?
Oh yeah, it was so long ago, but I feel like I remember it like it was just last month.
Uh-huh.
It was one of the things that changed my life. And few people here in the Philippines know that I was a finalist on Canadian Idol.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's what I
true.
was doing. Singing was what I was doing before
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what? We were talking in the makeup room this morning, and then you told me all about your music career, ant keeping. You
Yeah.
showed me your animal videos and
Yes.
YouTube on YouTube, right? And not a lot of people know that you have been singing forever, especially
My whole
here
life. Mm-hmm.
in the Philippines, right? So you were
Yes.
telling me that in the U.S. you're known as
Well, yeah, most people in the US know me as Ants Canada, which
Yes.
is for my nature channel. And
in Canada. You're famous for being something else too. They know
well,
you as lead
Canadian
singer.
Idol.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then, but also Ants Canada, and but in the Filipino community within US and Canada, it's for the comedy stuff. So I have three personalities.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like a bit
Diba?
split there, but of course,
Yeah.
we actually have that clip, by the way, from your audition. We're actually playing it right now.
Oh,
We're
great.
gonna try and listen to it just a bit here.
Mind. And in my dreams, I've kissed your lips 1,000 times. I sometimes see you pass outside my door. Hello.
And Mikey,
I
if you
was
take a
so
look at
nervous.
that- Oh my
Wait,
goodness.
can I just say, bakit parang you look like kahapon lang yan?
What?
You still look the same. I mean, it's just the hair.
I don't know kung kahapon lang yan. He grew
Thank you.
hair.
I know, I
It's
grew
just
hair.
the hair.
He grew hair overnight. Kung
Diba?
kahapon
I
lang
mean,
yun.
the hair lang ang difference, but you look exactly the same. You look
I'm
so
not sure.
young.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what? Music and comedy keeps you young, I think. And that's why you guys
Laughter.
look young
Laughter.
too, because you also are comedians.
We try.
Yeah, but yeah, it's strange. I don't know what happened.
I think it's the Filipino genes. It's the Filipino
Yeah.
It
genes.
definitely is.
Yeah.
yes.
So we talked about
Oh,
your
the
split
rice.
personality and the rice. Yeah, the rice. You know, there's a bit of something in our rice.
Yeah.
Especially if you get it here in the Philippines, diba?
Tama.
Of course. But I just want to look back at the fact that you could have gone fully Western. You could have
Yeah.
gone straight music. But when you came to the Philippines, you became more of an entertainer. In fact, a bit of a weird like
Yeah.
person, right? You had fun with your parodies. You enjoyed making people laugh. How did that shift happen? Because it's one thing to be good at singing, and being Filipino means that matik, you're part of that.
Yeah.
You're part of that stereotype.
Yeah, so I actually started YouTube to promote my singing at first. That's why I started my YouTube channel. And then one day I uploaded a comedic skit, just randomly, about the Filipino accent tutorial. So how to speak English like a Filipino, like this. And then that went viral, surprisingly. And then I started uploading more music because I'm like, hey, now people are watching my channel. And people kept asking more Filipino accent videos. So I just did it. And then this comedic character was born. And then by the end of that year, I was in Philippines na. And I was like guesting on Bubble Gang and all of this. And I had
Yeah.
funny commercials. So I just, like, life led me to become a comedian somehow.
You know, I love that story because you discovered being a comedian by accident.
By accident,
right?
yeah.
But you learned from the best, and you said you had to learn being funny.
Yes,
Okay.
it was a skill I had to learn from, and I did learn from the best, from Ogie Alcacid,
Yeah.
Michael
Michael
V.
V, Rufa May Quinto, Love You Peachy. And yeah, it was just, I'm so grateful for this comedic journey.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I
yeah.
did it for almost 13 years of my life. And I'm happy with that body of work now. And so I wanted to move on to what my roots are, which is singing.
Yeah.
And you know, it's funny, people at my shows now are like, we didn't know you could sing.
That's funny.
Diba? Yeah.
Yeah, and so
yeah.
I'm really honoring, like, just a gift that I feel God put me on this earth to share. And yeah, it's fun to do something new again.
Yeah, and the nice thing is that even if you go back to your roots, which is obviously performing, right?
Yeah.
Music, there is still that yung kakulitan.
Oh yeah, of
that
course.
humor, right? It doesn't
Yes.
go away.
Yeah.
So how does that
Yes.
all come together?
So actually, my shows are still partially comedy. Like my spiels, I love making people laugh and smile. So in between my serious songs, I will, interact with the audience, and it's skills that I picked up as a comedian over the years. And I actually look at other artist shows like Adele and like Michael Bublé. They're comedians.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
If you
Adele
go to
in
their
particular.
concerts, in between the beautiful ballads, they're making you laugh. Celine Dion. So it really has helped me and given me an edge to do a comedy all these years.
So you started as a singer and
Yes.
then shifted to comedy. You're also an ad keeper. We can talk
Yeah.
about that in a bit. And then now you're doing serious music again. Now,
Yeah.
which of these personas are you most comfortable in?
I'm comfortable with all three. They're almost like parts of me that have become characters online. Yeah. So they're all authentically me. It's just focused parts of me, I guess.
Yeah.
Comfortable in all three.
Yeah, I mean, when we take a look at how you compartmentalize it, right? So sometimes there are going to be moments when people would only see you as one
Yeah.
thing, right? I think
Pigeonholing.
Yeah, they pigeonhole you in something. And you are now trying to have this venture into more serious, quote-unquote serious music,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
And do you feel that it's hard to shake off that whole parody music thing that you did?
So it's definitely strange.
Yeah.
Imagine if your favorite comedian came out with a serious album or all of a sudden decided to narrate nature stories.
Yeah. Okay.
it is kind of weird. It's like human nature to put people in categories. So I've
Yeah,
accepted
yeah.
that. But I feel like those who resonate with the material or content or videos or music, they will just gravitate to it. They will get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, people will fall into the little categories that they like.
Your fans, how have they reacted? When they see all
Yeah.
these changes
Yes.
in your persona.
Yeah, it's so strange. Sometimes when we do meet and greets abroad, it's such a mix, and I have to ask them, so what channel do you watch? And if they say the comedy channel, I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
hello.
yeah.
And if it's like ants, I'm like, all right, so what ants do you keep? You know what I mean? I have to switch. It's like multiple personalities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so cute.
And then now I have this music persona, so it's like,
uh-huh.
when they say music, because I was recently in Macau doing a meet and greet.
Yeah.
And there were these Chinese, this Chinese family, and I'm like, what do you guys watch? They're like, we love your music. So I'm like, oh, okay. And then I get to be this new music persona now. It's so
Okay,
cool.
okay.
Yeah, it's just really interesting. And I love sharing all the weird, strange parts of me. I think that's what we all need to do, right?
What I really enjoy is that because I want to know a bit more about what is the music version of you.
Yes.
Because I want to talk about how that all comes together later on. But then if you were to separate it, if we're going to have your own description
Yeah.
of the music version
Yes.
of Mikey Bustos, who is that?
Well, I grew up. My formative years musically were in the 90s. So
Yeah.
my music is greatly 90s influenced. It's pop as well, adult contemporary. I grew up on Michael Jackson. Yeah, like David Bowie, even from the 80s too, that also shaped me. So you can see some of that on my stage performances and in my music videos. And then also I call myself a child of Gaga.
A child of
Yeah,
Gaga. Okay.
she's one artist who really showed me that it's okay to open up and be weird.
Right.
Like
Oh, yeah.
show your
Yeah.
weird dark parts of yourself. Oh, this is my Lady Gaga parody.
Yeah,
in
I was
fact.
going to say.
Yeah. And so I'm just influenced by her. A lot of people, and I have a lot of influences from different artists who aren't even musical artists. It's little tidbits you'll find in my music videos. Oh, and another thing I will say, as a musician, making the transition to music from doing YouTube all these years, music videos and visuals matter to me.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
if you watch my music videos, you'll see we've invested a lot into the visuals, and they're kind of strange and interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
check them out on YouTube.
And you told me that you write your own songs. Yes,
I do, yes,
You already
yeah.
have a couple of songs, and you're getting ready for that big album release, maybe sometime
Next year.
Next year, and you just recently dropped a new single.
I did. Well, I've released 3 singles so far.
3 singles, okay.
First is called Cancel Me. The second one is called Parachute. And the third one's called Crossroads. And you guys need to check out the music videos for that. The music video, for example, Crossroads, I play an alien.
An
this is Cancel Me.
alien.
Yeah,
okay.
that's Cancel Me.
Yeah, this is Cancel Me, where I'm. It's like a Robin Hood story.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a mafia story where we take down a billionaire, a corrupt billionaire.
Oh, very
Yeah.
timely.
And my mafia, very timely.
Very timely
Yeah,
topic.
That's right.
Yeah.
And see, I have a fire ant mafia that helps me do
Okay.
it. And so this story, it's really, this was so fun to do. This
You're
music
also the
video.
one who, writes the story for your videos.
Yeah, I direct and write the
everything.
story.
Okay.
These dancers are Rockwell PH, a dance crew from the Philippines. Everything from set design to the costume design was all Filipino, a team of Filipinos.
Talagang ants talaga, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
You know,
You had to incorporate that.
I
oo.
was going to say.
It's very Michael,
Yeah, actually, it's true.
MJ.
I was
Yeah, yeah.
I was watching this video and I remember his Ants Canada video.
Yeah, yeah.
And the
That's right.
first thing I thought of was, did Mikey, because he dramatizes every
Yeah.
moment in Ants Canada, did he make a mistake about the
Yeah,
script
the channel.
supposedly for Ants Canada and then turn into a song by
Yeah, that's
accident?
funny.
And that's how you ended up with this.
Yes.
Right?
yes. That's right. This is
it
Ants Canada.
Yeah, that's Ants Canada. And
This is the Ants Canada channel.
okay, so because you have so many personalities, I feel like we're interviewing 3 people.
Mm.
We're gonna talk about your ant keeping right now because how? Why did you imagine millions and millions of people would be so interested in ants?
Yeah, I didn't. So it was just one of those weird, nerdy hobbies that I had as an adult. Before I did YouTube, right? I was, I'm in my 20s, I'm not married, I don't have a degree, I don't have a job. So I decided to just keep bugs and like keep ants. Like I had nothing else to do. I'm living with my parents.
Okay.
Yeah.
And strangely, because of the nature of YouTube, my weird audience found me. And then over the years, it just kind of exploded.
Okay.
And now, see, they're very cinematic, my ant videos, and they incorporate mga hayop, different animals.
Yeah.
And it's now a nature channel.
Yeah.
So, nature, animal lovers and nature lovers alike from all over the
Wow,
world
that's so amazing.
have just gravitated towards the content. This is my aviary. This is my house. In the middle, we have a big 3-story aviary with birds.
Yeah, you know what? First of all, you have to invite us to your house.
Yes,
Second,
please.
I would love that.
Yeah.
So we'd love to feature that. Second, there is a saying wherein you work to fuel your passion. But
Yeah.
how much has this weird passion of yours actually allowed you to do more work?
Well, yeah, all of it actually. So I've been doing the Mr. Beast formula before Mr. Beast was around, which is all your earnings just invest it back into the hobby or into the content, and like it just grows. So everything that we earn on, say, on YouTube goes back into all my hobbies, my music. It goes back into Ants Canada, and it's just gotten so big now. And I'm just gonna keep pushing it. Isn't that like what we all want to do? Like all our passions and hobbies, just make it grow.
Yeah.
See how big it can get.
But your discovery of your love for bugs and ants is
Yeah.
just, whoa, how did that even start? And you even actually discovered a new species of
Yes, you
ants
did.
here in the Philippines.
Yeah, so I mean, as a kid, I've always been like searching for bugs in the ground. So that's something I always loved. I was in our new place in Tanza, Cavite, where we live. We saw some ants in the yard, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, I don't know what species this is. Usually,
Wow.
I can
Okay.
identify the common ones.
Okay.
So I sent it to Dr. General, our friend at UP in Los Baños, and he told me it was a brand new species that they didn't know existed in Philippines. It exists in other countries, but it's newly recorded here because of that sighting.
That is so cool.
Yeah, they call it a new geographic record.
They should have named it after you.
It has a name though already.
Okay.
sadly.
Yeah.
But maybe one
Unfortunately.
day.
But the
you know,
Mikey Bustos discovery.
Yeah. It'll be called, I don't know, Marano plus Bustosi or something.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. When you look at the nature, what really struck me is that you called music a hobby. You called your ant keeping a hobby, nature a hobby. Does any of your split personalities, do any of this feel like work?
Well, it's all definitely a lot of work, but it's your passion, right? So
Yeah.
it's a labor of love, I suppose. And these eye bags, I've really earned them over the years.
Oh yeah.
But it's just so fun. For the Ants Canada videos, for example, I'll sit there for the whole day, more like 4 a.m. and it'll finally be uploaded by like 8-9 p.m. at night. And it takes the whole week to produce, and I just love doing it. Strangely, it's hard to explain. I really love doing it.
And you don't really have like a team to
No,
help
not
you
for Ants
out.
Canada. I just
Oh,
do
yeah,
everything
yeah.
myself. Yeah.
But you know what? Going back to your music, we can't have a singer on the show and not have you sing. So we're
Sure.
talking about
OMG.
the singles that you've released, 3 singles,
Yep.
and Crossroads is one of them.
Yeah.
We'd like to hear a few lines from the
Sure.
song.
Not the whole thing. It's too early.
Yeah, no, I'll sing a few lines from Parachute, my second single.
Parachute,
yeah,
okay.
it's a
All
ballad.
right.
It goes, I want you to know it, to feel it, that I'm here for you. Nothing's gonna change it or break it, 'cause it's shatterproof. Even if you fall, I will be there for you, 'cause I'll be your parachute.
That is
Listen,
beautiful.
I love that.
Wow, there's actually an interesting story behind that song, right?
You should be in
Yes.
Canadian Idol, by the way.
Oh my God, not Idol again.
This was something that you did not write yourself.
This is one song that I didn't write on the album. It was pitched to me by an American Grammy Award winner.
Really?
Actually.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's amazing. And I fell in love with the song, and it released it as a single, and it's currently our top performing single on Spotify now.
Wow.
So go check it out. It's called Parachute.
All right, we'll do that for sure. Me personally, I cannot wait for you to wake up one day and realize that you can write an Ants musical.
Hey, that's definitely on the bucket list.
Yeah, I mean, like you make so many stories about your ants in general. I
Yes.
think
Yeah.
that could happen actually. But of course, when we look at what we can expect from you in terms of your music, is there a full album in the works? When's the
Yes.
next single dropping? Like, what is your plan for the next few months?
Yeah, so it definitely a full album release next year. Gonna finish up a few songs that I'm working on. I'd like to. The album doesn't feel complete yet, but working on that. Releasing more singles for sure, more music videos, and performing a lot already. I just did a show in Singapore. It was called Music Matters Live, which is an international festival. And then we just got back this weekend from Macau. Also another music festival type event. And I would love to perform more of my original stuff here in the Philippines.
You
At
should.
music festivals here in the Philippines.
Yeah,
That's
you should.
kind of my dream. So yeah, more of that.
Wow.
Well, what I love about all of that is that you have gone overseas and your dream is still to perform here. Like,
Yeah.
what would make it so special for you to do it here
Yeah.
and feel the love you feel abroad?
Well,
here?
syempre, I'm Filipino, so there's nothing like the love of Pinoys.
Yeah.
Even when I perform abroad, there's the Filipinos abroad are just so loving. I did a recent meet and greet in the UK, in 2 small towns there, or cities in the UK, and there were Filipinos who showed up. Yeah, and it's the love from the Pinoys that mean a lot to me. So guys, for those of you who are watching from the Philippines, be sure to stream my music on all music platforms, Spotify, etc., on YouTube, and share. Hope you enjoy the music.
Amazing. You know what, Mikey, before we let you go,
Yes.
I wish we had more time to talk about all the things that you do.
So many
Your
answers
different
questions.
personas. Yeah, right?
I'll come
Comedy,
back.
answer- yeah, come back, please. And maybe perform like an entire song
Absolutely.
next time.
With
But
ants in the background.
Yeah, Yes, I'll bring the ant
dancers
heads.
also.
I
Can
want
you
the
guys
ant
do
head.
that?
Yes, I'm willing to wear that. Yeah.
I will do your entire interview as an ant. I'm
I
already
love
dressed. The body is already the ant.
Yes, you were already wearing
love
red.
that.
We're ready for those ant heads.
I love that.
Yes, yes.
Next time I will bring. Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Mikey, our show is called Beautiful Day. What makes your day beautiful?
Oh, makes my day beautiful. Interacting with people like yourselves who are positive and being able to spread good vibes and use your talents for good.
Oh, that is so sweet.
I love that.
I'm trying.
Nilalanggam na
the
tayo.
mandibles. Those are
Nilalanggam
mandibles.
na
I don't
tayo
know
sa
how wide.
sweetness ni Mikey Bustos.
That looks pretty
Yeah,
accurate.
it's like a fire ant, right? Or not really quite the bullet ant, but this is what it is. All right, so on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank once again Filipino-Canadian artist Mikey Bustos. Stream his stuff on Spotify, YouTube, wherever you are. Subscribe to all his channels. And of course, if you do so, he might come back and give us ant helmets. Thank you so much, Mikey.
Thank you. Thanks again.
All right, so when we come back, we'll take a look at the weather.
Plus our horoscope of the day with Master Hans Kua. So don't go away. Beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. You're still watching Beautiful Day. This is Weather HQ. Let's get a status update on Typhoon Tino, which continues to batter parts of the Visayas region, bringing life-threatening winds and heavy rains over the Camotes Islands and is now making its way towards Cebu. Let me move on over to the side so everyone could see here, because as of 5 a.m. today, the center of severe tropical storm Tino was located over the coastal waters of San Francisco, Cebu. Now, it packs maximum sustained winds of 150 kilometers per hour near the center, with gusts reaching up to 205 kilometers per hour. Now, Tino is continuing to move westward at 25 kilometers per hour, continuing to threaten the central Visayas region. Pag-asa has raised tropical cyclone wind signal number 4 in several areas, including the western and southern portions of Leyte, the northern and central portions of Cebu, including the Camotes Islands and Bantayan Islands, the northeastern portion of Bohol, the northernmost portion of Negros Oriental, the northern portion of Negros Occidental, Guimaras, the central and southern portions of Iloilo, and the southern portion of Antique. Areas under signal number 4 will experience violent winds in the next 12 hours, possibly exceeding 180 kilometers per hour. Expect widespread damage to structures, with power outages and falling trees are likely. Residents are strongly urged to stay indoors, move away from glass windows, and avoid coastal and low-lying areas. Signal number 3 is now up in Cuyo Islands, southern Leyte, the central and eastern portions of Bohol, the northern portion of Negros Oriental, the central portion of Negros Occidental, the rest of Iloilo, the southern portion of Capiz, and the central portion of Antique. These areas will experience damaging winds of up to 117 kilometers per hour. Sea travel is extremely dangerous, and coastal communities should prepare for possible storm surges. Residents are advised to evacuate if necessary and to seek shelter in sturdy structures. Wind signal number 2, with winds of up to 88 kilometers per hour, remain in effect over a wide area. This includes the southern portion of Masbate, the southern portion of Romblon, the southern portion of Oriental Mindoro, the southern portion of Occidental Mindoro, the northern portion of Palawan, including the Calamian Islands. Signal number 2 is also in effect in the central and southern portions of eastern Samar, the central and southern portions of Samar, the rest of Leyte, Biliran, the rest of Bohol, and the rest of Cebu. Signal number 2, also hoisted in the central portion of Negros Oriental, the rest of Negros Occidental, Siquijor, the rest of Capiz, Aklan, the rest of Antique, including the Caluya Islands. Over in Mindanao, signal number 2 is also raised in the Dinagat Islands, Surigao del Norte, including Siargao, and Bocas Grande Islands. Camiguin also under signal number 2. Residents here should secure property and stay alert for possible upgrades and be prepared for power interruptions and damage to light structures. Meanwhile, signal number 1 is hoisted over Albay, Sorsogon, the rest of Masbate, including Ticao and Burias Islands, the southern portion of Quezon as well. Signal number 1 also up in the southern portion of Marinduque, the rest of Romblon, the rest of Oriental Mindoro, the rest of Occidental Mindoro, the central portion of Palawan, including the Cagayancillo Islands. Signal number 1 is also up in northern Samar, the rest of eastern Samar, the rest of Samar, the rest of Negros Oriental, the northern portion of Surigao del Sur, the northeastern portion of Agusan del Sur, and Agusan del Norte. Lastly, areas under signal number 1 include Misamis Oriental, the northern portion of Bukidnon, the northern portion of Misamis Occidental, the northern portion of Zamboanga del Norte. So areas under signal number 1 will experience occasional gusts and light to moderate rains. Minor damage is possible, but conditions could worsen if Tino continues to intensify or change course. Now, talking about the course, Typhoon Tino has just passed close to the Camotes Islands and is now moving across the Visayas region. Now, it is now currently headed towards the northern portion of Palawan. It is expected to reach the West Philippine Sea by tomorrow morning. Now, Tino will likely leave the Philippine Air Responsibility by tomorrow evening or early Thursday. Now, as it crosses land, Tino may slightly weaken due to its interaction with the mountains and the terrain, but it is expected to stay within typhoon strength while moving throughout the country. Now, because of the strong winds and powerful circulation brought about by Typhoon Tino, there is a high risk of life-threatening storm surges in the next 48 hours. This is especially true in low-lying coastal communities that face seas. Now, these surges could send seawater inland, flooding homes, roads, and fishing villages near the shore. Now, areas that could experience storm surges of more than 3 meters, high enough to engulf single-story homes, include the Dinagat Islands, eastern Samar, eastern portion of Leyte, western Samar, and Surigao del Norte. Storm surges of 2 to 3 meters, strong enough to damage small structures along the coast, are expected in Biliran, Cebu, the western portion of Leyte, the northern portion of Samar, western Samar, and southern Leyte. Storm surges of 1 to 2 meters may occur in Agusan del Norte, Aklan, Antique, Bohol, Camiguin, and Capiz. 1 to 2 meter surges are possible along the coastlines of Cebu, Guimaras, Iloilo, Masbate, Misamis Oriental, and Negros Occidental. Similar heights of 1 to 2 meter surges may also impact Negros Oriental, Occidental Mindoro, Oriental Mindoro, Palawan, Romblon, Siquijor, and Surigao del Sur. Residents in these areas are strongly urged to stay away from the coast and the beach areas. All marine activities are suspended, and those near the shore should move to higher ground immediately. Storm surges could arrive suddenly and even before the strongest winds. So take all warnings seriously and prioritize safety above all. Now, looking at our satellite images today, most parts of the country will experience rainy weather due to different weather systems affecting the country. Now, let's start off first with what's happening over in the Luzon area. On the northern portion of Luzon, the northeast monsoon will bring cloudy skies with light to moderate rains across the Ilocos region, the Cordillera Administrative region, and the rest of Cagayan Valley. Now, you can expect cooler temperatures and some windy conditions, especially in the elevated areas around here. Now, a shear line is also affecting parts of the country, and especially the central and the southern parts of Luzon. Now, this will continue to bring cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and isolated thunderstorms over areas like Metro Manila, Calabarzon, Central Luzon, and Isabela. Some of these rains may turn heavy at times, so keep an eye out for possible flooding in low-lying areas. Now, due to the influence of Typhoon Tino, you can expect rainy and windy weather all over Albay, Sorsogon, Masbate, Mindoro, Marinduque, and Romblon. The rest of the Bicol region will also have cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms as they feel the effects of Tino's trough or its extension. Now, over in Palawan in particular, stormy weather conditions are also expected as Tino continues to move westward across the Visayas region and towards the West Philippine Sea. Over the Visayas, Tino will bring widespread rains and strong winds across western Visayas, central Visayas, and the Negros Island region. Western Visayas will also experience rain and gusty winds as the typhoon continues to move across the region. As we go down south over to the Mindanao region, the effects of Tino can be felt in northern Mindanao. Now, this is where rains and gusty winds are expected. Meanwhile, the trough or the extension of the typhoon will bring cloudy skies with scattered rains and isolated thunderstorms over the rest of the island. Now, in terms of rainfall, over 200 millimeters of rain is expected within the next 24 hours in the following areas: Eastern Samar, Southern Leyte, Cebu, and Negros Occidental. Intense to torrential downpours of 200 millimeters of rain is also expected in Aklan, Iloilo, Guimaras, Capiz, Dinagat Islands, and Surigao del Norte. Rains of this intensity could cause widespread flooding, flash floods, and possible landslides, especially in the low-lying and mountainous areas. Heavy to intense rainfall around 100 to 200 millimeters is expected in the following areas: Northern Samar, Oriental Mindoro, Sorsogon, Biliran, Samar, and Bohol. Heavy to intense rains are also expected today over in Camiguin, Antique, Siquijor, Negros Oriental, Romblon, Masbate, Misamis Oriental, and Agusan del Norte. These areas may experience rising water levels in rivers and creeks. Travel by land and sea is strongly discouraged. Moderate to heavy rainfall between 50 to 100 millimeters of rain is expected over in Surigao del Sur, Batangas, Catanduanes, Albay, and Palawan. Rainfall amounts of 50 to 100 millimeters are also possible in Marinduque, Occidental Mindoro, Maguindanao del Norte, and Maguindanao del Sur, as well as Sultan Kudarat. Down south in Mindanao, moderate to heavy rains are likely in Misamis Occidental, Zamboanga del Norte, Lanao del Norte, Agusan del Sur, Bukidnon, Sarangani, and Lanao del Sur. Further north, now due to the shear line, moderate to heavy rains are also expected in Cagayan, Isabela, Aurora, Quezon, Camarines Norte, and Camarines Sur. Now, we are looking at Typhoon Tino, but Pag-asa is also keeping a close eye on another weather disturbance located outside the Philippine Air responsibility. Now, as of 3 a.m. today, now this low-pressure area was last spotted around 2,165 kilometers east of northeastern Mindanao. Now, according to Pag-asa, this system has a high chance of turning into a tropical cyclone in the next coming days. For now, it will have no direct impact on the country's weather. However, by the end of the week until early next week, this LPA is expected to move closer to the Philippines and begin affecting our weather conditions. So, let's keep monitoring those updates and see this LPA develop. Now, as Typhoon Tino continues to affect parts of Visayas and Mindanao, Eastern Samar remains one of the areas under close monitoring due to possible heavy rains and strong winds. To give us the latest situation and response efforts in the province, we're joined by Mr. Levi M. Nicart, the Assistant Department Head of the Eastern Samar Provincial Disaster Risk Management Office. Magandang umaga po, Sir Levi. Ano po yung sitwasyon ngayon sa Eastern Samar?
Magandang umaga po, sir. Bali sa ngayon po sa Eastern Samar, since dumaan na po yung bagyong Tino po sa area of responsibility namin, kasalukuyan po nagtatanggap po ng rapid damage needs assessment and assessment and needs analysis. So lahat po ng mga LGUs or munisipyo na tinamaan, yun po ang ginagawa ngayon para malaman po yung mga pangangailangan ng bawat mamamayan doon po sa affected areas. Mm-hmm. Tapos, nandun po yung kasalukuyang on the way po yung governor po namin na si Gov. RV Ivardoni at saka yung department head po ng office namin, si Engineer Tomas Compomanes, to assess the situation kung ano yung naging impact po ng bagyong Tino. Mm-hmm. So, dala po sila ng mga around 1-2 na food packs kasi yun po ang request ng LGU B1. So, kagabi, before magkaroon po ng brownout at saka mawala yung signal po doon ng Globe at saka Smart, bali meron na pong na-report, especially from the island barangays of B1, Barangay Humunhon, sa Humunhon po, Island of Humunhon and Victory Island, may mga damages na po sa mga bahay nila. But since nagkaroon po ng preemptive forced evacuation, bali, we're expecting na walang masyadong victims na sa mga nabanggit kong island barangays.
Sir Levi, yung na-mention mo may mga forced evacuations, mandatory evacuations dahil nga sa mga storm surge warnings and of course mataas po yung signal level po doon in terms of like yung sa wind and yung rainfall po. How many families yung na-evacuate po? And 1,200, I believe you mentioned na food packs. Sapat na po ba yun for those affected by si Typhoon Tino?
Bali, sa ngayon, for the entire province po, yung province of Eastern Samar, we have 22 municipalities and 1 city. So yung na-consolidate po namin in terms of evacuees, so sa families, we have 7,987 families evacuated. And if sa individuals naman, we have 24,687. Pero yung total po ng affected na mga families, yung total po is 20,529. And then sa individuals naman, we have around 69,718 po. So yung dala po nila is just intended for G1, hindi pa po yun sa tapat.
Okay.
Kasi sa ngayon, yung report na umabot po sa amin is yung medyo may severe damage po na LGU is yung G1, and we are expecting also the nearby municipalities. But unfortunately, sa ngayon wala pong kaming way to communicate them since nagkaroon po ng after landfall, nawala po yung signal ni Globe at saka ni Smart. But nandun po yung namin, department head, and he will be coordinating those municipalities na wala pong signal, and kukuha po siya ng mga situational report po sa bawat municipality na hindi namin makontak.
Sige po, we will be anticipating those updates po. Maraming salamat po, Sir Levi M. Nicarat, Assistant Department Head of the Eastern Samar Provincial Disaster Risk Management Office. Ingat po kayo dyan.
Okay, you're most welcome po, sir.
That's it for Weather HQ at the moment. And back to you.
Thank you, pal. Now it is time for us to find out if today's going to be a lucky day for us or not. So let's hear it from our resident energizer and feng shui master, Hans Kua, in our horoscope of the day. Take it away, Master Hans.
Good morning! Beautiful day with me, Bilyonaryo Master Hans Kua. Ito po ang horoscope ngayong araw ng Tuesday, November 4. Para sa mga pinanganak ng Year of the Rat, huwag baliwalain ang pananakit ng balikat. Baka posture-related yan. Green at 2. Kay Ox naman, kailangan i-prioritize ang deadline kesa sa pakikipagmarites. Orange at 6. Tiger naman tayo pag-aralan ang concept ng passive income habang may oras ka. Red at 7. Kay Rabbit naman tayo pagpaliban mo ang proposal ng idea mo. Baka matanggap ito. White at 4. Sa mga Dragon naman may long distance relationship na posibleng ma-develop. Open your heart to possibilities. Violet at 5. Kay Snake naman tayo, may bagong task na lalabas ka sa comfort zone mo. Take it as your growth. Yellow at 8. Ito naman, Care of the Horsey, maganda ang flow ng trabaho sa mantalin while motivated ka. Pink at 3. Kay Ship naman tayo, good day para mag-detox o uminom ng maraming tubig. Silver at 6. Kay Monkey naman, marami kang idea pero baka kulang sa follow-through. Gawin lang slowly but surely. Blue at 9. Kay Rooster naman tayo, iwasan, ipangutang ang credit card mo. Baka may consequences yan. Red at 4. Kay Dog naman tayo, may offer na huge kasamang responsibility na malaki din. Handa ka na ba? Brown at 1. Sa mga pig naman tayo, hindi masamang magmahal muli ng taong fully healed ka na ba? Yellow at 7. Paalala lang, ito po'y patnubay lamang. Ang tunay na swerte ay nagsisimula sa pagiging totoo. Abangan ang horoscope of the day dito lang po sa Beautiful Day with me, Master Hans Kua.
Thank you, as always, Master Hans Kua. Now, guys, we pulled together lovesick questions from the netizens, and today, dating coach V answers them on Love Hacks.
Love hacks, we got you No need to be sad.
Beautiful day to you, Coach V.
Good morning, Pao and Ann. We are back at it again.
Yes, our favorite edition of Love Hacks, the Q&A
Yes.
edition. And every time we bring out this magic bowl
Maraming
of
nasasaktan.
questions, maraming nasasaktan.
Ow.
So Coach V is going to pick
Yes.
folded pieces of paper from our bowl, just in case,
Yes.
for those listening on the radio and not seeing us on their screens, we're picking
Yes.
out questions from Coach V's followers.
Yes,
on
these are actual
social media.
questions from real people on what they're going through in love and relationships.
Okay, you start,
All
Pao.
right, we're gonna start off. This one coming from Maria. We will not mention your last name. The question is, how do you get over a narcissist peacefully?
Oh, a narcissist. You know, this is a very common request. How do you deal with narcissistic personalities? Well, one of the fastest way to get over them is do not play their game. Because narcissistic, usually it's so hard to win against them, and the fastest way to win against them is to disengage.
Okay.
So if you know that you're dating somebody who's a narcissist, you still have options, my love. But if you are already married to our narcissist, that's a different story.
Sila ba yung pinakamahirap ka relationship?
They're the most manipulative.
Manipulative.
Yes.
Ooh.
So they can take you to the highest of the high and the lowest of the low. They make you feel so good, but if you don't also serve them, they can bring you down. So it really affects your personal and your
Parang drugs pala yun, no?
Yeah, actually.
Narcissist.
That's what makes them so addictive, diba? The highs and the lows.
Maybe that's why it's hard for
It's
some
hard.
women to let go of that kind of relationship, even if they know that their partner's narcissistic. Parang go pa rin.
That's
because
true, my love.
they're
Because
hooked.
yes, and narcissistic are not necessarily like bad all the time. There are days that they are like they feel like they really love you. That's what makes them so addictive. Sabi nga nung isang client ko, sabi niya, Coach V, he's not always abusive. Like there are days that he like stays with me when I'm sick. There are days that, you know, he brings me flowers. But you know, compared it to the days where they manipulate and control you, then overall the relationship is not healthy.
Okay.
Highs and lows.
Alala ko na naman yung Halloween costume mo, yung ano. Blinded by flowers,
Flowers,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Galing.
So from Chinky this time, what if you're the type of person who sometimes zones out while spending time with someone?
Oh, that reminds me of fubbing. Are you familiar with, have you heard of fubbing?
Fubbing?
What is this
what
new
is
term?
that? Fubbing?
Fubbing is like phone plus snubbing. So this is when this is one of the common competition of lovers. It's not really third party now. Sometimes we compete with our
Your
partner's phone. Yes.
Oh
So
my God, I'm sometimes guilty.
Ah, lovely.
I'm so sorry.
Ayan na si Pao, nang fa-fob na siya while
Ayan.
doing love hacks.
O sige, tayo na lang maggawa
tayong
nitong
dalawa
segment na
lang.
to, Coach V.
So,
So, Pao
how do
has
you-
zoned out,
Yes.
guys.
How do you work on it, no? Well,
Oo nga.
fobbing is just one. An example of zoning out also is like when you're spending time with your partner, that you reminisce and you fantasize and you think about something else, right? So what does that make your partner feel? They start to feel that they're not important, that you don't want to spend time with them, so that's rejection.
Okay.
So how do you deal with that? One of the ways that you can deal with that is to make your partner aware, my love, we only have 30 minutes or an hour today. Do you mind spending time with me? So call them out. Do not just ignore it, because sometimes they're not aware
Actually
that
say,
they're
"Be
already
there."
zoning out.
Just say be there.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Pero
That's
kasi
true.
di ba minsan may mga tao talaga na they find it hard to concentrate on
Oo
something.
nga, totoo.
Parang their mind automatically wanders. They don't want it, they're not doing it intentionally, pero hindi nila ma-help.
Tama ka, Ann.
Are you defending yourself?
No, I'm not. Pero may mga ganon. I know some people who have a hard time concentrating talaga.
Right now nga, in love and relationships, love is not lost. What's lost is our attention span.
Yeah, especially the younger generation now because of
it's so
yung
hard.
sa pandemic, dapat lagi silang naka-social media. So, short attention spans,
Correct.
hindi makapag-concentrate, 'di ba?
That's why people fobs, because sometimes like us friends, we talk, or us lovers, we talk. Tapos manahimik ka lang ng 5 segundo, nakatingin na ako sa phone because I need that dopamine hit.
Yeah.
It's really
That's
really
a challenge
addictive.
though, 'di ba?
This one's challenging also.
okay.
This one's from Bea. How can I express my needs without sounding clingy or controlling, especially in the Western context?
Oh, So intercultural relationships, these are hard because in the West, diba, people tend to be more individualistic.
Yeah.
And in the Philippines, we're more on very community oriented.
Yeah.
So it's hard when you feel like you just want more time, but then since they're very individualistic, they ask for their space, right? So one of the ways that we teach our clients to handle this is to talk about the Philippine culture. My love, we love it when you spend time with our families. My love, I love it when we, do quality time like more. So it's really educating your partner and not assuming the worst, no? We have this rule with my personal relationship and the people that I coach, always assume best intent. Because sometimes your partner do not know that they're already hurting you, that they're already rejecting you. It's just that it has been part of their culture. Maybe they've been in a relationship with an American girl or American guy that they're so used to like alone times together. So tell them that, hey, now that you're in a relationship with a Filipina, I need more baby time.
I guess it all boils down to constant communication. No, you really have to constantly tell them what you want.
Correct.
Right?
And
Get off your phone.
Yeah, get
and
off your
assume
phone.
best intent so they don't feel hurt as well.
Okay, this is coming from, next question comes from Bea Rax. Hi, Coach V. How can I show my love to my AFAM boyfriend in a very feminine way? Thank
Wow,
you.
look at that. So many intercultural
Maraming
relationships
Bea.
right now.
Oo, daming Bea. Okay,
How
go.
do you show love to your foreigner partner? No? So, well, one of the ways that you show love if you are in a relationship or when you're married to them is really showing affection, and that's through touch. A lot of people are very deprived of touch right now, and you see that's very healthy when you're with a partner who kisses you, who hugs you, who shows that they want to be with you, like dikit physically. So I think besides communication, that's how you can share to them that you love them. You touch them, you hug them, and let them know like, hey, I love spending time with you.
Okay. So while you're picking from the bowl,
Yes, my loves.
next questions. What if your partner is not the touchy kind?
Ay, good. Because love languages, remember, there are 5.
Yeah,
No?
diba?
Some people, touch is not their love language. So the fastest way to do this is learn about Dr. Chapman's love language. Ano ba ang love language ng partner ko? Does he feel love when I give him gifts? Does he feel love when I tell him like, oh, you're so guapo today?
Okay.
So learn what is their receiving language and take it from there. That's why love needs to be intentional, because your partner, you should be the master of your partner.
Okay.
All right, so this one coming from Och. When ko po makilala ang the one? Hirap nun.
Hirap ah.
Hirap.
Yeah.
Oo,
Have
like,
you?
I think it's more of like, how do you know when that person
Is the one.
Yes. So the way that she's framing the question, maybe he has been single or she has been single for a long time, and she's asking God like, God, when is the one's gonna come? I mean, I'm not God, I can't answer that, but I can help you increase the likelihood of meeting the one.
by
Yeah,
signing
it's
up with
nice,
Coach
ah.
V.
Very strategic. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
By increasing your exposure. Because nowadays, when you look at studies, how do people meet their partners? It's still through common friends in introductions.
Okay.
10 years from now, it's gonna be through online dating. So to increase your chance of meeting your the one, you have to go out, meet new friends, and of course, take advantage of technology. So that I can tell you, you will meet your the one sooner than later. And then
Okay.
pray for it too.
Next question comes from Edgy. Do women need to wear sexy clothes and makeup just to match up with high-value men?
Oh, sexy clothes and makeup. You know what? Serving a lot of high net worth in our matchmaking, dun mo mapapansin, you'll notice that really high net worth men prefers simplicity. They want a clean-looking woman. They want a woman with a healthy weight, no? And the most common misconception is men are looking for beautiful women. Studying love and relationship, we've realized that's not the case. They're looking for signs of good genetics, not necessarily beauty. That's why sometimes you'll see a woman strikingly beautiful, but not a lot of suitors. And then you see this very simple woman, not strikingly beautiful, average in our eyes as women, but then they are the ones who has the most suitors. It's because signs of genetics, example, clear skin, shiny hair, white set of teeth, white eyes, So it just tells you that genetically they are healthy. And this is what a lot of people are looking for. Not
Okay.
really the bonga beauty.
Yeah.
Good
or
genetics.
Like, or like super payat,
Yes.
diba? I read an article na, okay, while you pick from your bowl, a last set of questions. Last na natin to. Okay. So, I read an article na guys, look at the hips also. Yung size ng balakang.
Birthing hips.
Kasi birthing hips, yes, there you go.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah.
In science, there's what we call the golden ratio, wherein men prefer the hourglass shape. And it's not because they're shallow, it's because it's based on science. When you have that hourglass shape, subconsciously it communicates to them that, oh, this woman is fertile, this woman is, able to reproduce.
Yeah.
So it's very subconscious. So, yeah.
Okay, so this is gonna be the last question according to our production. Kasi magalit na
I'll put this
si
back.
Kels.
Go ahead.
And si Direk. Silang lahat magalit. Alright, Coach V, bakit nahihirapan makipag-date ang mga alpha female?
Oh, very common problem right now in the dating scene. Yes, because now more than ever, like what we
Because men want to be in charge all the time. Ayaw nila
Lahat
yung
ng mga babae sa prod room nagsabi, yan yung tanong na yan.
diba?
Yeah.
Because it's not really hard for alpha women to date. It becomes hard because we're bringing the alpha masculine energy in our dating life. So one of the things that I teach my women, I have this course, it's called Filipina Feminine Advantage. I teach women how to bring out that feminine advantage that we have. That's why foreigners are coming to our country getting to know Filipinas, because we're feminine. So learn how to compartmentalize. Girl boss ka from 8 to 5, but baby ka after 5. So if you know how to navigate your how you represent yourself, then you will be successful even if you're a high earning woman. Just don't be bossy in your relationship, because men, by the end of the day, they want respect more than love. And so if you boss them around, it tells them that, oh, she does not respect me because she doesn't love me. So respect your man, let them lead, because men are happier when they're leading.
I love that. And you know what else I love? Because if you got a love dilemma that needs sorting out, Beautiful Days Love Hacks is here with our resident dating Coach V to help you figure it out. Coach V, how can they reach out?
Absolutely, my loves. If you want to share your love problems and want some science-based solutions, do share your story to us. You can share it anonymously. You can also come to our studio and join us as live guests. Wow, look
that
at
would be
that.
Or waiting for that.
Yes. You can also just send a message or call us at 0927-975-1235, and we look forward to solving your problems with our love
being
hacks.
here, of course. We'd love that. Like, if you can bring your partner here or yung ex
Pwede.
nyo, pag-usapan natin yun live.
Pwede, di ba?
Oo.
Like a
Yeah.
confrontation kind of thing.
Oo, mag-intervention tayo.
Yeah,
Live on air on
that
national
would
TV.
actually
Let's
be
do
nice.
that, yes.
All for you. Of course.
Thank you, my
thank you so
loves.
much, Coach
Thank
V.
you.
Always appreciate you. And again, like we mentioned a while ago, there was always going to be that hotline. Snail mail is also still open. Okay.
Yes. Or if you just happen to pass by P2Azon, you see that big number 60, that's our studio.
Yeah.
Drop by.
Shoot na kayo ng postcard, please. We're opening for that. And here
Or
are the
on
details
social
again.
media. We're on social media. Dating
oo
Coach
nga, no.
V. How about you guys?
Yeah.
Oh,
Coach
we
V.
flashed that on our screen. So go
Yes,
ahead and
okay.
follow us.
Yes, for
Yes,
sure.
honest.
Pero
Alright.
love questions, not for me and Paolo.
Pwede rin naman.
Mag-a-advise
Pwede
tayo.
naman.
Hindi, forward
Mahirap
ko kay
na.
Coach V.
Yes.
Ang dami ko
Correct.
nga gustong sabihin dun sa
Saan?
feminine, being submissive. Wait lang. Kukontra sana ako, kaya lang wala na tayong time.
Oh,
Let's
sige.
just
And
Next
let's just
episode.
see how many more beautiful days till Christmas, please.
Okay, so we have around 51 beautiful days left till Christmas.
Yay!
So you make sure that you give Anne an alpha gift. Okay? She needs an alpha gift for everyone. And that's
Alpha ka ba? Okay.
Alpha ba?
Alpha ba? Okay. We'll talk about it in the next Love Hacks. Let's go.
And that's a wrap on our show this Tuesday, November 4th. Thank you so much for joining us. Always a lot of fun. I'm Paolo de Rosario. Remember, keep it cool and take it easy.
And I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. Have a great day ahead, and always remember to choose joy and spread love and kindness wherever this day takes you. See you again tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. only here on
Beautiful day!